Hey guys, Sammy7 here, and welcome to Moto 1 at Minneapolis SX. Again, this is round 5 for HRL Season 4. Gate order, you got Slaunch, Ump, looking very similar already. Talking King, Rebel, Vulcan, Hunter, Fireball, Luke, Camby, and then Detail. And then you'll see that this left gate, our left, has a lot more people in it than the right gate. So interesting picks out of the field, considering the fact that that gate is so much more stacked. As the 32nd girl is exiting the track, that means we're going to have this start very soon. Get ready for the gate to drop. Let's see who's going to get that hole shot. And here we go. Gate's down. It looks like the hole shot's going to be between Luke or Hunter. And Luke barely gets the hole shot, but those two are definitely off to the fast start. Everyone else, though, stuck in the mid-pack carnage. And it is going to be very difficult for all those drivers to recover from that. Looks like Talking King going down all over right there. Ump and Rebel getting stuck on the berm. Camby trying to get by him, but not able to. Slaunch trying to make moves, not able to. Just too much cheese in this mid-pack. Vulcan kind of stuck in that pack as well. Very congested so far at Minneapolis. Is that Talking? That's got to be Talking King up there, not Vulcan. So we got Vulcan in the back, and he's going to try to follow this pack by Talking King. Talking King is just congesting the entire field. He's going to slow up that outside line. And then he goes down into the inside line. Oh, man. That is really hurting this backpack. That's Slaunch and Ump right there, two of the fastest drivers from the heats and the semi. And they both just get RKO'd right there by Talking King. And then Camby trying to make moves, but I think he's just being cheesed ultimately right now. This is kind of a funny race to watch at the moment. We go through, different lines right there. Possible Goomba Stomp? No, looks like it's pretty clean. Yeah, this track is just absolutely cheesy so far. Some of these high jumps definitely lead to a lot of crashes, especially when the field is all piled together like that. So Luke's currently your leader. Hunter's still holding on to second, so good start for him. He's definitely hoping to keep that up and try to get a solid Supercross finish now that he definitely has the start to do so. I mean, this is the start that he needed, so no excuses for him now. I believe that's Detail right there, behind Ump and Rebel. And then I think we have Slaunch in third already, so somehow he was able to get his way by that carnage pretty quick, and the fact that he's in third should definitely be a warning sign to Hunter and Luke, because Slaunch is pretty fast, and he's actually not that far behind. He didn't get as cheesed as some of the rest of the pack, so he's in very good position. Then we have Fireball. What the heck? It looked like Fireball landed that corner normally, and then just in the middle decided to like turn up. I don't know if that was lag or what, but that just looked very odd, and it's definitely going to hurt him a lot here, which is very poor mistake out of Fireball, because he's in a very good position. Could have had, I don't know, possibly a top 3 if he was able to keep it clean and just keep going, but that mistake is going to cost him a lot. He has Ump right behind him, a lot of other hungry drivers back there trying to recover from those early lap cheesings, so Fireball's really going to have to settle in and try to get some solid laps here, and hopefully he doesn't get passed up by those guys trying to go for the full triple. He actually does it in that battle with Ump. Fireball going ham, and now going to the inside as well. Oh, it looks like Fireball's in the gate. Let's get a replay of that. So here we see the battle. We're going on board with Fireball and Ump. There's a pretty solid battle so far, and Fireball's just got to run. He's trying to sneak his way into that inside line. Gets a little wheel hop onto Ump's back tire, and the cameraman just got demolished. So that's very unfortunate for him. And speaking of which, let's go back. Slaunch just absolutely demolishing Hunter. Speaking of demolishing people, that is what he just did with that pass in the triple. Don't want to roast Hunter, but that was just a really, really nice pass out of Slaunch right there. Not much Hunter could do. If you've got that risky line down in the triple, it is very difficult to counter unless you go for a block, which is kind of, it's not a smart thing to do, because if you go for the block, there's a very high chance that you could screw yourself over more than the person trying to pass you. So that's kind of the bad deal with that option. I think that's Vulcan that Ump just worked his way around. Unless Unless Talking King was already getting lapped. Actually, yeah, now that I looked at the field, no, I think that might have been Talking King getting lapped. Again, it's very hard to tell because Vulcan... I think Theater glitched the armor, so people have like the same looking armor, and Vulcan and Talking King already have the same colors, so difficult to tell which one's which. It's kind of odd because Vulcan pretty much always runs that like blue and red, so weird to see him not running it. Ooh, Rebel going for the move. Aw, not able to land it. That could have been a huge move for Rebel right there on Fireball. But that's instead going to be a huge mistake, and it's definitely going to take him a lot of time to work that gap back down. This gap between Luke and Slaunch is about a section wide so far. Hunter has lost about a section gap as well. Ump has about a section on Hunter, so quite a bit of spacing so far in the top half of the field. It gets a little bit closer when you go to like 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Luke's starting to run a different line, trying to run that cut line in the rhythm, possibly seeing Slaunch on the radar, so now he's trying to try some new things and get some extra speed there, knowing that Slaunch is definitely on the run. Also, both of them running different lines. Interesting to see how these two different lines even out, or if they even out. That was a weird sentence. I mean, Slaunch is going to have a better run there. He had a better landing, so probably have a better run there. Through the whoops, and it looks like he's gaining. There's definitely going to be a battle between these two. It's just a question of when it's going to happen, because Slaunch is railing on this track. He's possibly right now the fastest driver on track with the laps that he's putting down. Look at him gaining, running the risky line. He's right there at Luke's bumper now, only a couple goose lengths away, and Luke's not losing much time on that rhythm because he's starting to run that, trying to hold off Slaunch. Could see an epic battle between these two drivers. And here we go again. It's going to be interesting to see how are these lines going to even out. Oh, Slaunch cheeses the inside. Well, never mind. I guess it's not going to be interesting to see what happens. Never mind. Completely changed my mind. Oh, okay, that was weird. Slaunch and Luke just made like the exact same mistake in the exact same manner, like one after another. That was odd, honestly. I don't think I've seen any other driver do that yet, and they both did that little spin out at like the exact same time. And Slaunch cases the risky line, loses a little bit of time off that. But I mean, as long as he's casing it, it's worth it. If he lands it like 4 out of 5 times, only cases it once, it's probably worth it. He's still gaining time off hitting that line that many times in a row. Ooh, Hunter fell way back. Is he battling with Camby there? It's possible. I think Hunter fell way back. I'm not sure what happened to him, but must have been making some mistakes or something, because he's fallen so far back from where he was up front. Probably just gonna have to, try to settle in, get as good of a finish as he possibly can, and try to figure it out for the second moto at this point for him. Slaunch gonna go for that risky triple line again. There it goes. And he's got a lapper. Okay, now it's really risky because he's got Talking King right there. Talking King, though, does get out of the way, so not that bad. Is that Ump? I think that is Ump right there as well. So Ump has actually gained quite a bit on Luke and Slaunch because both of them have been cheesing themselves consistently. I mean, they've both made quite a few mistakes in the last couple laps, so not surprising to see that Ump's catching up to both of them. Go into the triple. It looks like Slaunch deciding not to go with the alternate line now. It looks like he's gonna settle in and run the same line as Luke. So that's an interesting call out of Slaunch, losing potential time gained there, but also potentially, evening it out a little bit. He's probably not going to be losing time if he's running the same line. He's got quite a bit of a run here. There he goes. There's the line. If he can stick it this time, this could be for the lead, and he does. Slaunch takes the lead here at Minneapolis. And Luke making another mistake on the inside, so could see a battle with him and Ump before this is over. Slaunch definitely having a solid run really fast here at Minneapolis. Seems like this top 3 pack is pretty far ahead of the rest of the field. Possibly due to speed, possibly due to the start. And here we go, the different lines. How do they even out? They evened out really well right there. That was actually the best like test of it right there. It looked like Ump was going to have the run, but you don't get as good of an exit on that line that Ump runs. So Luke had the better exit and was able to get him because of that, as we hit the 2 minutes to go markers, so not that much time left in the race. Looks like Fireball looked like Fireball is still in 4th right there, but Vulcan was actually closing in on him in 5th. So Vulcan having a solid run again, really improving at the Supercross tracks. He's having a top 5 run right now. And oh no, Talking King, Ump, is he gonna goes down? That's unfortunate. Ump going down from Talking King right there. And is he gonna land that? Yeah, cases it. Kind of figured that. So now he's going to have to really dial it in and get a lot of that time back on Luke now that he's lost quite a bit there from getting screwed up from Talking King. And Rebel going to also get a case action right there. That wasn't Talking King, though. That was Rebel trying to compete with Vulcan, I believe, trying to get into top 5 position. So, and he's lost quite a bit of that gap. So I think Vulcan, if he can keep it clean, I think Vulcan might be locked into that top 5 spot. Oh! Talking King comes out of nowhere, almost John Cena's Slaunch, and Slaunch recovers. That was scary. Literally came out of nowhere. I don't even know where Talking King came from. I think he came from like the finish. Perhaps he hit that jump quite poorly and came around through the forest out into the track and just happened to hit right into Slaunch. So this is a very worrying moment right there. As the race winds down, I believe we already hit the 1 minute warning, so we should be coming close to the 3 laps to go here. Oh, is that Luke goes down and Ump also cheesing? Now we have the battle between the two. Ump might have the pass here on Luke as long as he can land that, and he does. But Luke's gonna fight back, and Ump slides to the outside. Another mistake coming out of Ump, and he's not gonna be able to complete that pass yet. With 3 to go, now he's absolutely gonna have to dial it in. He cannot afford another mistake if he's gonna take that position. Oh, speaking of mistake, what the heck just happened there? Fireball made one, Vulcan got by him, and then Vulcan just stops. He just stops in the track. I don't know what the purpose of that was. I don't know if his controller died. I don't know if he was like, holy crap, I just made a dope pass. Let me just, stop and make sure my goose is working real quick. I have no idea what that was. But what it definitely was a huge mistake. I don't know why Vulcan did that. I mean, he had the pass locked in. Now he's actually going to have to pass Fireball legit again. And that's not going to be easy. And here we go. We're going to hit the 2 to go marker. Man, Vulcan is railing. He's actually catching up. Fireball makes a mistake again. Vulcan to the inside. Is he going to be able to do it? We're trying to watch the battle between them and the battle for second at the same time. Trying to get both of these battles in view for you guys as best as I can, because both of them are pretty close. We're going to go to the Luke and Ump battle right now because this is probably the most important portion of it at the moment. All right, Ump cheeses it a little bit. Not going to be able to make it happen that time, so I think we'll take a bit of a look now at Fireball and Vulcan, since that's going to be closer at the moment. Oh, Vulcan. Okay, good recovery. He went down, and that could have been horrible, but then he makes a decent recovery, but then he cases that double again, but then Fireball also messes up, and Vulcan messes up again as well, and there goes Rebel. He's by Vulcan. He's in the top 5. Can he make a run on Fireball to get 4th place? That would be huge points gains for Rebel, especially considering how many races he's missed, but still how good his finishes have been. It would be a huge gain, a great finish for Rebel to get 4th. As we hit the white flag lap, it looks like Slaunch is probably going to close it out here. But this second place battle still rages on. Here it is, the separate lines. How are they going to work out? And the one time Luke cases the triple happens on the last lap, and now Ump's probably going to lock in to that second place position. And now we also have Fireball and Vulcan still striking distance. It looks like Rebel must have made a mistake, must have cheesed himself. There goes his hopes of getting that 4th place. But we've got to follow Slaunch, and there it is. Slaunch takes his Moto win. Is that his first Moto win of the season? Is that his first Moto win of the season? Or did he take one at Bar? No, I think that might be his first Moto win. Wow, congrats to Slaunch finally getting on the board here at Minneapolis. And then we get Ump, and going to be coming across the line as well. Who else do we have? Oh, we have the battle still raging on for 4th place, and Vulcan does it. He gets by Fireball on the last lap. Usually Vulcan's the one getting passed on the last lap. No, reverses it. He takes it on the last lap, takes 4th place over Fireball. Good job on Vulcan right there. That was impressive. So go through the rest of the results, and that was a really fun moto, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching it. A lot of crazy passes, a lot of crazy battles and crashes. Always fun to watch that type of stuff on these Supercross tracks. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Moto 2 will be coming out either the same day that this is posted or the next day. Not really sure yet. My schedule is going to be kind of cheesed during the weekend, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.